Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're here to take a look at my new Creality K2 combo. Just got this in the mail. I'm super excited to open it up to see what's inside. I have no clue what to expect. But for those of you that don't know me, I'm an affiliate on TikTok. I run a page called Lone Star Sirens. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I started that way and then now I'm an affiliate for them. So all these brands reach out to me and they send me their stuff to try out and to sell. And I love it. But this one I just got, Creality reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to try out the new K2 combo? So of course I would. But Creality once sent me the Ender 3 V3 SE. I also have the original Ender 3 Pro with an extender kit on it. So it's huge, 400 by 400 by 500. So, and then I also have the FlashForge 85X, which is the newest multicolor printer by FlashForge. It's a great printer. It's really affordable, super affordable. This is a lot more expensive than that. Well, I wouldn't say a lot more, but a few $100s more expensive. And I don't know what to expect. So let's take a look at it together. So the box is pretty nice, as you see. It says Team Lift here. This thing is heavy. It's bulky. It's got to weigh about 53, 54 pounds at least. But really nice box. You're going to have some instructions on top telling you how to open it up and how to disassemble it and take it out of the box, which is pretty unique. The FlashForge's box was like really a lot smaller than this, and it also weighed a lot less. I didn't even expect it to even be the printer it is. But here it is. Let's take a look. Here we go. So here we go with the unboxing. I have a screwdriver. Unfortunately, I don't have anything else on me in front of me right now. But we're going to open it up this way. Here we go. Nice thick packaging tape, as you can see. Open up like this. And here we go. I have to read these instructions because I really don't know what to expect. But anyway, it shows this being opened. As you see right there. Open this up. Wow, this looks nice already. It's packaged really well, just like all the Creality's products. And there's instructions up top right here. What we're going to do first is we're going to take these out, it says. Up top, just like this. All right. Got a couple of those. Put these on the floor so my wife can clean them up later. Got this right here. Wow, this looks really nice. Here we go. Got that foam. And then here we're going to have, it looks like filament. Look at these. These, I read online, there's somewhere that they're 500 grams each, I meant, around that. But it's like half a normal roll, which is nice. That's the white one. You got your tubing here, PTF tubing, PTFE. There it is, some other stuff. You're going to have your cords. All right, so we got that. We'll put that over there. We're going to do here. This looks like another part. I guess that's a screen, maybe. All right, got that. Of course, one of the filament rolls. All right. So I'm going to put this down on the ground so we can open it up and I can show you as it comes out of the box. So we got some other stuff here. As you see, I guess that's where your PTFE tube goes in. You're gonna have your power cord, some screws, extra tools, some lubricant. This little thing right here, if I can ever get it out of here. Let's see what this is. This is gonna be some cutters, of course. I love extra cutters. I have so many of these laying around the house and I love them all. Okay, next we're gonna take these off here. Ooh, these are nice and heavy duty, let me tell you. Look at that. Nice foam, really. Put that down. Could probably save this. You know, I wish they would recycle this stuff. I get so much of this stuff. It's crazy. And all different forms. And here it is. Looks really nice. Let me see the instructions again. They could tell me how I'm going to lift this thing up. It just says to slide it right up after you're done. So here we go. I'm afraid to lift this up anyway. Oh, it's heavy. Here we go. There it is. Got it out of the box. Made it out alive. Nothing else in this box, just empty. All right, now we're gonna take this down real quick, take a look at it. And of course, I'm not gonna pay attention to the rest of the instructions like usual. Everything I do, and then I end up struggling at the end. There it is. Pull this out. Got that. Do a little spin around real quick. Here we go. Oh, it's heavy. Let me tell you, it is heavy. Oh, look at that. It's his butthole. So it looks like this is going to be, oops, might have to pull this off first. All right, here it is, the filament dryer. Wow, look at that. Here we go. Oh, I'm struggling over here. So there it is, really nice, as you see. You're gonna have this. I guess that we're gonna have to figure out how to open that. I don't even know anything about this. We'll put this on my chair. Okay, next is gonna be removing this tape over here. I'm at the front right now. You're looking at its butthole. Here's the sides. More. Wow, this is some heavy duty stuff right here. I guess what's in this? I was thinking to myself, it's so heavy. This is like the glass for the front, isn't it? Yep, sure is. There it is. Look at that. The front window. Very nice. Actually, this is the front window over here. I don't know what part this is. Maybe up top or whatever. Throw that over here. We'll spin this around here just so you guys can see the front of it. There it is. All right. Look at that. There it is. Now this comes out. It says notice all over it. Remove the screw rod holder before using the printer. I am so afraid that I'm going to break something. It's not even funny. So we got this out. There's one piece like that. Another piece over here. This is a very nice build plate. Look at that. Oh, let's pop it off quick. Here it is. Look at that. These things pop off, these plastic pieces in here. There they are. Two of them. Guess we're not going to use those. There's a cover for whatever this is inside, the poop chute. And there it is. Looks really pretty. We still have to put the screen on and do a couple other things before we get this thing up and running. So the first part is to remove these 4 little screws. They're in here on the build plate and they're labeled with a yellow arrow. And it includes this little Allen key, which tells you it's for unboxing. So I'm going to skip this part. Here we go. Next is to install the screen right here. There it is. This is a pretty decent sized screen. I would say this is probably a little bit smaller than my 85X, but we'll put this camera down real quick and just show you. Got the little ribbon cable here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this to the outside. It says to feed it. So as you see, it feeds right through here. And you got that back there. You got to figure out how you're going to get this in there. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. You just feed it in like this. It'll snap right into place. And then next, you're going to put this thing on right here. I guess push it this way, and there it is. It clicked right into place. Next, we're going to do this right here. We'll put this little plate down. I'm going to pull the top off, which is like one of the most exciting points right here. Ooh, very nice. Really nice enclosure. Next, we got our filament dryer or CFS. You're going to open that up by just pushing these little toggles on each side right here. Look at that. Open it up. Look at how cool that looks. So we're going to remove these little covers on the inside here. You just click down on those latches right there. You're going to have these little dryer packs here. We're going to unpackage those, put them back in, and then close the cover. We're going to be connecting the CFS system. Here we go. You're going to have some tubing that this comes with and some wires. And it comes with, I guess, spare PTFE. You're going to have your other one here for PTF tube short. And it tells you exactly what it is on the box. So here we go. So you got this right here. This is for your PTFE fill. I'm going to speed this portion up just so you guys can see everything really quickly. Here we go. And you got this spool holder right here that installs on this side here in case you just want to print with a single color. And there it is, completed. As you see, I just have some extra stuff in here, extra parts, but everything is put together. Comes with some extra lube. Again, a little, looks like socket right there, and something else that I guess to remove the filament in case it gets clogged, and the Allen keys, of course. So I'm going to take all this out of here. You have some extra PTFE tube for if you're going to use that single spool holder, and you have some extra spare PTF tube in case it gets broken or something. You also get this white filament. I thought maybe there would be more filament in this. It's kind of disappointing, but I do have filament. So let's get this thing loaded up and see how it runs. Now the fun part. ripping off these plastic pieces on either side right here. Ooh, I just got shocked. Ooh, now that I have a mesh, it's time to plug it in. Here we go. We're getting the back here. We're going to plug that in. There's a little red switch back here. We're going to flip that on and see what happens. Here we go. Hopefully I did everything right. Is it on? There's a little blue light back here. It says Creality. Get your temperature here. This is really nice. Let me get the camera closer. Now this looks like it feeds pretty simply. As you can see, I have some half rolls here that I had. I'm just going to feed it through, and it says it'll grab it. I haven't felt anything grab yet, but maybe we have to wait for it to load up. Now there's some sticky tape back here, and it kind of left a residue. I don't know why they put that in there. I don't even know what it's for. But basically to hold this little filter in. It has a HEPA filter in it. So it's going to ask you some setup instructions, English. I'm going to press next. Pretty sensitive too. I like that. Remove the 4 screws. We did that. We're going to go next. Welcome to the Creality 3D printing. Next. I'm going to agree to it. I'm going to set up my internet. I'm going to hide the password. So next, I'm going to log into my Creality account here, and I'm going to go to like the little camera scanner. I'm going to scan this. There it is. Told me the name of my device. I'm going to finish this, and I guess follow these instructions. Buy my account. Start detecting. Do not touch print during self. I really like the way this thing looks too. I don't know if you saw the inside of this, but the inside is really nice. It's really well lit, which is nice to have. Got a little camera in here that does hyperlapses from what I read. And right now it's going to be heating the bed. Then it's going to take a few more steps. So we're going to come back to this. All right, I'm back a day later and $1 shorter. Check it out. I did all the stuff, the calibrations and whatnot that I didn't want to include in this video, but I have this thing already ready to go. I put all my rolls of filament in it. As you can see, this one's a little bit unwound. This is my other printer, and I don't know if it's going to cause a problem or whatnot. But anyway, it's all in here. I got white, black, this gold black, and a blue. Okay, we're going to close this up real quick. I already did one test print on here, and it came out really good. It was just a little benchy. We're going to do it again. I'm going to show you guys the hyperlapse. So, all right, there it is. Enable CFS, calibration. As you guys can see, I'll play around with a little bit. Auto leveling, cutter calibration, input shaping. You can go back home. There's so many different options this thing has. But I'm going to go directly into here real quick. And I'm going to click on the little boat there. And there it is. We're going to press print and see what this thing does. Here we go. Now here's some stuff that you probably don't know about the K2. This thing will allow you to print with 16 colors at one time. So I guess if you buy like 4 of these CFS units, well 3 of them after you buy this one, you can print with 16 colors. It's really cool because it has this little knob over here, right? So you can actually print with 5 at one time, which is awesome. But here it goes. It takes a little while. I would say it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to do its calibrations and whatnot, and it'll start printing. I'm going to throw the hyperlapse on. It's recording right now, so I'll let you know once it's done. So here's a sound test. Right now I'm standing outside of it with the enclosure closed, obviously, but if I open it up, the fan noise, it's a little loud. I'm not saying a lie, it's a little bit much, but most of the time it's going to be closed. Excuse the fingerprints my kid put all over this thing, but it's actually very quiet. I would say it's a little quieter than the 85X, but it moves like a rocket ship. There it is on its first layer right now. I think it's awesome. I already checked that out. You can just pull that top right off, and the nozzle is easy to get to. But you can see the display is nice and crisp. And again, this thing works right from your phone. Let me show you that. The Creality Cloud app is absolutely fantastic. The store is just phenomenal. So many different STLs. Look at this. It's unbelievable. And most of these are free to download, but there's a lot that you can actually buy on here, and they're pretty affordable, especially for what they are. Now, you can go on here and slice your own stuff, so you can actually go right from that store, buy it, slice it right on here, and print right from your phone, which is amazing. Absolutely incredible. This will show you all your different stuff here, like your stringing detection and all that good stuff. But I love the ability to have this right on my phone, and it's just great. As you see, you got the store there where you can go buy all the Creality products. community so you can talk to people, your account. I mean, this is just a fantastic 10 out of 10 rated. Let me tell you, it is great. Check it out. And I'm back. Here's my benchy. Look at how perfect this thing looks. It's absolutely flawless. I put this right next to the Flash Forge, and I gotta say, I don't really notice any difference at all. This thing does a phenomenal job. The quality is really, really good. Look at that, right? Straight off the build plate. Now, I did have a little bit of a failure in the beginning with this filament. Like I said, basically the thing alerted me, this turns red, and told me that it was having some kind of feeding issue. So the reason why is because that spool is like totally unwound, but I'm just trying to go through it. I don't really want to replace it right now, but check this out. I also did a marble run. Look at how phenomenal this print looks. Incredible, awesome. And I did these two multicolor as well. This is a great tool right here. Look at how smooth this is. Beautiful, straight out of the box. I don't have to do any kind of calibrations besides what was just initially needed. It also includes, like I said, I'll go over it again. You get that roll of filament. It's about 500 grams, which is pretty cool. You know, also have all your tools, some extra lube, some extra nozzle wiping accessories, and some extra cutter right there. But and you also get, of course, you're gonna get my favorite, right? These little cutters. We use those for everything. I have a ton of those laying around my house. Your extra PTF tube. You also have other ones, and then you also have some stickers here. Let me try to get those. There they all are. Look at how awesome that is. But this it says I'm on 17 minutes right now. I'm doing another benchy, by the way. Same thing, just mixing the colors up a little bit to just see how quick it actually is and if it has any issues. I'm just not going to use this color anymore right now. But it says it got 17 minutes left. It's 44% complete. It's pretty quick. It's under 30 minutes and it prints this thing really fast. The filament changes are really, really quick. The Flash Forge takes a little while, but I really haven't calibrated it down a little bit and played around with it to try to cut out some of that time. I heard people had issues, but those videos are a few months old. But right out of the box, this thing does a phenomenal job. It's really quiet. And I gotta say, I would definitely rate it out of 10 stars. I'm gonna say so far about a 9, okay? Just because of the filament feeding issue that I had. The way this thing unspools is a little different. You could see it's doing a change right now. Try to stay in this video so you could see a change. So just started doing a change, how quick it really is. And it wipes it. The Flash Forge doesn't do that, just kind of bangs it and it comes off and poops out. But it does poop. I feel like this poops less than a Flash Forge. We're gonna do another video, a follow-up video. We're gonna put this against the Flash Forge just to see. The Flash Forge is, I think this is on sale right now for $5.99, but the Flash Forge is $3.59, which is a big deal. And I like the way it spools and everything like that. The only thing is you don't have a filament dryer. This you do. But it's great. As you see, it's a little noisy. The Flash Forge is very quiet. You hardly hear it at all. And it does, when it unspools, it's only taking a little bit at a time because it's a real short run. This has to go all the way down the machine, through that little circuit in the back and everything. But I think this just came out phenomenal. I have another print somewhere. I don't have it with me. But you can't even compare the two on camera. It's unbelievable. Really looks good. But I'm going to wait for this. As you see, I'm going to just do it live. I'm not going to cut it or edit it, just so you can get an idea how long it actually takes. But the touch panel is fantastic. You can see, I think it's already starting to do it again. Just banged a little bit. This is fantastic. You have a lot more controls with this one than you do with the original Flash Forge. This has a time zone setting, expert mode, where you can go in here and it gives you the option to change, mess around with the Z offset while it's printing, the flow. You could do a nozzle PID calibration. You also go in here and I have some of my STLs that has built-in storage, which is really nice. You can also go to USB drive, which is over here on this side, and your history of prints right there. So I printed a couple benchies while I was away just to see how it runs. I wanted to give the initial review to know how it does. It has a calibration setting in here. We can go in here, auto leveling, cutter calibration, input shaping, whatever that is. I really don't know what that is. But you can adjust your colors right from here. You can turn that light on or off. I'm not going to do that right now because it has a camera that's inside. It's supposed to be an AI camera, and it does a really good job. The quality's pretty much up there. I think it's like 1080 at least. But phenomenal. I mean, it connected right out of the box. No problems at all. It's showing that the camera is active right now. It tells you your temperature. I mean, it does everything that you need it to do, and I like it's a good size screen. It's not too small, but I love the fact that you could just go right on your phone and view the camera footage, and you can actually just slice right from it. But the only negative thing I have is that Creality charges you an extra fee for a premium membership, just like anything, where I guess it has a more premium slicer. But I've been using this. The only downfall to this is I love Orca Slicer. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really much better. I went from Cura to Orca Slicer to the Creality Slicer, but I used the other one with my original V3 SE, and I really didn't get to play with it as much as I did this time, where I'm doing the painting and everything. You could see it already did a filament change and everything, and it's already on the first lever right there. But it looks great. I mean, there's not many negatives I could say about this, since I really haven't done a lot with it. But I did this. I did a few benchies and a couple other little things, but I still had a problem with this. Like I said, it kept on giving me a filament feed issue, but you could see it's unspooled. It's a mess. But what's really cool is I found out that you can actually print 5 at one time with this, right? Just normally, with the way the setup is right now out of the box. It has this other spool holder over here, and of course it gives you the line for that, so you can actually print with 5 colors at one time, which is fantastic. But you could do up to 16 colors, which is insane to me. Kind of mind-blowing. I couldn't imagine doing 16 colors. Actually, just affording the 16 colors of the rolls of filament are insane. It's a lot of money, but pretty cool concept. I love the idea of that. I would like to try it, but it depends on how expensive these things are. This is a great setup, ready to go right out of the box. I myself am probably not going to do a ton of multicolor prints because it just takes so long. I looked at one last night. It was like a little egg, and it said it was going to take 18 hours and like 320 some filament changes, which is a lot. And it was weighing a lot. I was saying like it was going to be like 280 grams or something like that. It wasn't big, little tiny thing like this. But I don't know how it can use that much filament. So anyway, guys, I'm going to do a follow-up video. I'll let you guys know. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions in the meantime, what you want me to do, well, I'm going to challenge this again against the FlashForge 85X and just see where we're at with that, because it's a big price difference. A big price difference, just this alone, I get that. It's a filament dryer, but I don't know. Well, follow up. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks again.